Well, if it isn't your pal, Exotic Megapsol Blaze, or should I say, Exotic Megapsol Grim, since that, since the picture icon on my channel, it shows Absol, the Pokemon Absol, dressed as like the Grim Reaper. I mean, of course, you know that that's Halloween. It's October, which yeah, because that Halloween is in a few weeks. Yeah, Halloween is coming in a few weeks from now. But what better way? Okay, yeah. All I'm saying is that welcome. All I say is that welcome to a new story, to a new scary story, or at least a Halloween story. Even though that this one does not consider this is not from the Halloween story section. Just to be, and just like I said before, I just gotta have to like save some stories. I just gotta have to save some Halloween stories for next year's Halloween. For next year's Halloween, and yeah, like I said before, yeah, I've changed the channel name to Exotic Mega Absol Grim. So yeah, the deal with that, since the icon it shows Absol dressed as the Grim Reaper. But okay, nonetheless, okay, this is just now the okay, now I'm going off topic. Now I'm going I'm going off script in this video. Forgot about the main part. But yeah, here's welcome to a new story. And this one is, since came across this one story, and then and it and it's because it's just fresh, that is fresh new to me, that I figured to decide to to read this story. And as you can see, here's this story is called Laughing Man. And all I can hear is this, and all you can already tell, or you can already see in the story, the description, about two men who go into the jungles of Africa and try to trap a rare species of ape. It is based on an old horror comic that appeared in Creepy 95. And to take a look at this picture, so shows a man yelling at the laughing man, "Get a grip on yourself," or there's like a basically, get a grip on yourself. And the other person, it seems like laughing crazy, is seems and this the other guy is seemingly crazily laughing, like nonstop until he dies. But it's uh, uh okay, let's get on with the story. Yeah, let's see what the story has in store for us. And other than the fact that I'll always put the original link of the website in the description below, so you guys can check out. But without that to the side, let's do it. So sit back, relax, and and let, let me get myself logged in as I read the story. Laughing Man. So prepare yourself for this divine story, Laughing Man. Yeah, this is Laughing Man. Enjoy. There was a doctor. There was a doctor who worked in a remote village in Africa. He was the only white person for miles, and he had spent half his life taking care of the local villagers, providing them with medical care, medicine. One day, a white man stumbled into the city. He could barely walk, but he was laughing like a maniac. His clothes were tattered and torn, and his hands and knees were covered in blood. His eyes were wild, and he looked exhausted. It seemed like he was out of his mind. Gross. The doctor gave him some water and tended to his wounds, but the man couldn't stop laughing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm going now I'm going crazy with the whole crazy laughing with the whole with the whole maniac laughing. Yeah. The doctor gave him a sedative and put him to bed so he could get some rest. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of this one story. This reminds me of this one story I've read about a month ago. This reminds me of a story that I've read a month ago, which I remember. I thankfully I remembered that the story that I read before that's similar to this, that includes pictures from a comic, and based off of a horror comic. The story was called In the Shadows. Yeah, that's what reminds me of the story In the Shadows that I read a month ago or two. Since that story did include pictures from the comic, just like this one, the laughing man. So, but for now, let's go. Okay, let's do it. Okay, onward. The man slept for hours, and then when he woke up, the doctor gave him some food and tried to find out how he had come to be there. What happened to you? The doctor asked. What are you doing all alone out here in the jungle? I wasn't allowed, the laughing man replied. I came with my partner, Jack Hunter. We were on an expedition to find the legendary Waki. What that's what the locals called them, a rare species of ape. The Africans say they're intelligent apes, almost as intelligent as a human, maybe even more intelligent. We wanted to capture and bring it back to civilization to put it on display. It was supposed to make us it was supposed to make us very rich. We tried to we tried to guide to t- we tried to hire a guide to take us into the Valley of the Apes, but none of the locals dared to go there. They were afraid of the apes. We weren't going to let that stop us, so we bought a canoe and headed down the river on our own. My arms are killing me. When we came to the Valley of the Apes, we made camp. Hunter unpacked the traps and set them up in a clearing in the jungle. We hid in the bushes and watched those traps for 3 whole days, but we caught nothing. The 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 apes were too smart for us. They knew what we were up to. They weren't going to fall for simple traps. Hunter had a better idea. We dug a dip in the clearing. It was 10 feet deep and filled with sharp wooden spikes. Then we covered it over with branches and leaves and went back to our camp to wait. We didn't have to wait very long. In the middle of the night, we heard a loud scream, a horrible, gurgling animal scream. We rushed out to check on the pig and found a dead ape impaled on those. And we rushed to check out on the pit and found a dead ape impaled on the sharp wooden spikes. Okay, at least it's not too graphic. At least that this picture is not too graphic and not colored. This is all just in black and white. But as you can see here, yeah, there's the dead ape impaled with sharp wooden spikes. We dragged the corpse out and laid it on the ground. We had what we came for, a dead ape, and I wanted to go home. Hunter had other ideas. He wanted to capture a live one. I tried to talk him. Okay. I tried to talk him out of it, but there was no reasoning with him. Nothing I could say could dissuade him. He took out a knife and started skinning the ape's body as he worked. I never sleepwalked the jungle around us. It was dark, but I could feel the eyes of the other apes watching us. I couldn't shake the creepy fear that they were new. We had killed one of them, and the rest would come to take revenge. When Hunters finished skinning the ape, he put on his skin and wore it like a costume. Now, now if this doesn't now if this doesn't lure them, nothing will. We removed the wood. We removed. Sorry, sorry for my. Yeah, sorry to you guys for when I stutter sometimes. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, sorry for my stutter sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I stutter while I read the story. We removed the shut we removed the sharp wooden spikes from the pit and placed a big log across it. Disguised in his ape costume, Hunter balanced on the log, and I covered the pit up with branches and leaves again. His plan was to trick one of the other apes into coming closer, so it would fall into the trap. He crouched there on the log and waited while I went back to our camp. It was almost dawn, and I was just about to doze off when I heard the scream. I rushed out to check the pit, but it was empty, and my friend Hunter was nowhere to be seen. I called out his name, but there was no reply. I searched for hours, but I couldn't find no trace of him. I was about to give up hope when I spotted a figure in the jungle. It was Hunter. He was crouched down under a tree, naked as the day he was born, and he was just staring at me with a blank look on his face. Okay. Hunter, I cried. Good Lord, what happened to you? I thought you were dead. Why didn't you answer me? Hunter didn't say a word. Slowly, he rose to his feet and just stood there staring at me. And then, and then he took it off. The man was shaking and laughing so much he could barely control himself. His body was racked by spasms of madness. What do you mean? The doctor asked. What did he take off? Giggling like a maniac, the man struggled to finish his story. He took it off. The ape took off Hunter's skin. Ah! Now that's now that's graph. Now that's all gory and disgusting and creepy. Ah! Okay, good thing all the pictures that were included in the story were all black and white. Because if they were colored, then it would be a bit gory and graphic and bloody to watch it. But that's all for, but that's all for it. So that was the story, Laughing Man. But what can I say? What can I say? This all includes about the other. This includes all the moments when when the man was explaining the doctor what happened to him, was laughing like a maniac, and also when he was struggling to finish his sentence, when he was struggling to finish his story, he started to laugh uncontrollably like a maniac. So I had to like laugh. So I had to laugh like him, like giggling to giggle like a maniac, like this.
Sorry, guys. It's just the way that I'm giggling like a maniac. Now I'm starting to laugh like a maniac, just like the laughing man. I'm sorry. I guess I'm just having a lot of fun. I guess I'm having too much fun with this story. But for real this time, this was amazing. This was really a this is a great Halloween like story about the laughing man. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the story, and let me know in the comments what you think of my my laugh my maniacal laughing. Yeah, what and let me know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of me laughing like a maniac, just like the man who was laughing nonstop and uncontrollably. Yeah, let me know what Halloween stories you want me to read by by pinning pinning down the titles of the story in the comments below, and I'll be sure to check out and make your quest into a reality for the next recording I'll do. But overall, this was really a great Halloween like scary story. Thank you guys so much for sticking around until the end. Till next time, I'll see you in the next story video. I love you. I love you all. Peace out.